from a real place. It's Neca's real talk from a real place. What's up, my good people? Yo, what up? What up? What up? What up? How y'all doing? This is Nika Real Talk from a Real Place, the podcast with the real talk. I'm actually giving excerpts of my life today because, baby, when I say that enemy been up on me and he could back the fuck up for I still on him, period. Like, that's what I mean. But y'all know I had to bring out the here. Y'all know I got my Patrice. I got to get my Patrice from Coming to America on, baby. Okay, get into it. You got to stretch a little bit. Stretch a little bit. Stretch a little bit, baby. Okay. Baby, I got shrinkage power for real. Okay? So, we're going to get right into the topic because actually I don't want somebody to end up trying to call me or something and then it just messes up. Because I keep putting it on sleep, but I don't know. For some reason, the notifications still kind of come through. So, hello, everyone. So, I'm talking about toxic ex. Toxic exes, if that makes sense. Again, remember, before I get into this, I want y'all to make sure that y'all are I'm trying to eat a little bit of these raisins and then walk dog, okay? But make sure you all get Journals of Victory. Make sure you all get Black Girls Are Pretty Sweet Sweet Dreams. Actually, if you DM me, I will make sure that I get it to you. All you gotta do is drop your address. I hope these okay. What these looking like? These things look like no right now. I might be a little old. I don't know if I should be eating these. I ain't looking too good for me. But anyway, let me type another batch out. Ain't nobody got me doing all that. But hello, everyone. Before I get into the topic, so what I really need to talk about is, more than anything, is knowing when someone is toxic and it's time for you to cut them completely off. A lot of times we, in relationships, hello, hey everybody. Hey Javier. Hello. Thank you. So, as I was speaking, this is the podcast Popup. And yes, I got the ring on the other finger, not on this one no more, cause baby, I'm so over it. Hello. Hey, y'all. Hello, everybody. So one thing that I noticed, that if you see red flags in a relationship, then you know at that time it's time to kind of move forward. I've seen so many signs from, my ex. Let me see, y'all. I gotta get a little few pieces of candy or something. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get my Twizzlers. Like my Twizzlers. Okay. So I seen a lot of signs that the relationship wasn't working, but with me, the one thing that I do focus on more than anything in a relationship that's ending. Hello, everyone. Yeah. Yeah, girl, I'll get it. Slide. Thank you, beautiful. This time for these to come off, y'all. Thank you so much. So, when you see red flags in a relationship, and it's like numerous red flags, it's time for you to move forward. Because I recently had an altercation Well, what happened was my soon to be ex-husband um told me and his daughter that he was going to get a lap band surgery. Now my baby and her daddy has been connected since birth. Okay? And that's what I was really thinking about. I'm thinking about my baby. Didn't really want to file for divorce, but I'm like, you know what? We're done. It's over. It's a wrap. So he get this woman. Well, I call her a transgender woman because she does not look like a real woman. And I think she adopted 7 kids because I really don't think she pushed them out. But anyway, they're in a relationship. The part that got me was because I'm looking around. I'm trying to see, is he okay? He haven't responded to us. I'm not on that level, like, trying to be in a relationship with this man no more. Like, I'm pretty much done. I asked God to remove him from my heart, so I was done, right? But he told me and my daughter, which I did not ask for, this man came over here, which is crazy because when I asked him to keep my daughter for 3 days, like, straight, this woman told him he couldn't. She told him, like, what did you over there for? That's a woman with low self-esteem because like I said, she's a transgender woman, so I don't believe she's a real woman. Well, I won't say about transgender because I do have a lot of transgender fans, so my apologies about that. But I just really don't think she's a regular woman, if that makes sense. So these twists is good, y'all. So I was looking around to see what was going on. And like I told y'all, he's a mass manipulator. Like, he lies. The lies and the fables be consistent. They tried to attack me and my baby on Monday, which was I think it was the 16th. And my thing with that is, even when this woman was talking to me in her inbox before everything really, like, kicked off or whatever, she was like, well, he's filing bankruptcy so he can get me a house. He done with you. I'm like, baby, I don't need that nigga no more. That nigga done stressed me the fuck out. Y'all hear me? Excuse me live if I ain't supposed to say it. That nigga stressed me the fuck out. Y'all know I keep it I keep it a buck. When I say from the first time that I found out I was pregnant, one day we was driving back from work and he started stomping like a little ass kid. So I'm like, what is you doing? He's like, let me out, let me out. I'm like, okay, I'll let you out. I don't know about your business. Walk on to the house. Whatever works for you. Now, the relationship thing is this. This is the second time that this guy has tried to get women into it, okay? He wants women to fight over him, argue over him, things of that nature. I don't have that type of energy in me. I gotta look out for my kids. I'm not trying to be stressed out about nobody no more. I had 2 kids that have literally said they're suicidal due to dealing with this guy. And so one of my oldest son, actually attempted suicide. He was 13. And my baby just turned 13. And now she's saying, like, she feels like that as well. Because I never felt I would see the day that her dad puts the woman before her. And so, with that being said, when they try to attack us, when they attacked us on Monday, because she was like, yeah, he took me and my son out of town. I'm like, I don't care nothing about that. The nigga lied. All he had to do was tell me, Neca, I'm going out of town this weekend. I would understand, right? But no. He lied and said he was having a lap band surgery. He told my baby that he was still in the hospital on Saturday. Totally ghost us. I'm like, just checking in because that's her father. You know, I'm just checking in or whatever the case may be. So apparently this transgender woman has low self-esteem because she thinking that we're trying to do something. I'm not trying to sleep with you. Then he's pillow talking this woman, telling her all my business, y'all. All of my business. Even my business about my medication and things like that. There is no way. And then he even told her that I keep a nasty house, which I don't. This basement needs to be cleaned a little bit. Got to get it tidy a little bit. But other than that, my house is not like filthy, like nasty, like that type of stuff. Now my daughter, I got to work on her with her room. But other than that, no. So he basically was like, I got a court order. I can see my... But you didn't see her on the weekend. You were supposed to spend the weekend with your daughter. So if you would have told me when you asked to come over here Monday, which was crazy because he just started telling me, I can't come over there because it's too many traumatic memories. Bro, is you cool? So that just lets me know he's a compulsive liar. Like, he's a habitual liar. And it doesn't make any sense. But to go tell this lady and pillow talk everything, I'm telling y'all, every time I email this man, this woman be responding. She even got my number. And I'm like, what's the point of her having my damn number? I don't fuck with this lady like that. And then she up here talking about some stop playing with her, all this. Baby, you might be ghetto, but I'm from the trenches. Okay? But what I say, I'll tell you this. I don't fight over men. I'm not going to fight over no man. I'm not. If a man decides that he wants to be with another person, that's when I decide to move on with my life as well. I'm not gonna try to be in tune with that person. I'm not gonna try to be like, hey, we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it. I move on. And that's the tourist oath. Bang, bang, bang. Tourist gang. We move on. And once we move on, we have a mental funeral for you. You no longer exist to us. And we move on. So, I had to file an order of protection against him and her. Because, again, you coming to my house trying to attack me and my daughter for what? Alright, who does that? And then she's saying, this is the part that got me, y'all. She said, I might record him eating my pussy and send it to you. I said, really? Send it to me so I can send it to the courts. Because they've been messing around for 7 years, y'all. 7 years. We've been married 13 years. So 7 of those years, he's messing with her. And then, not only that, but he reached out to my brother's best friend, who was a female that used to work at CTA with them, named Tay. I thought me and Tay was cool, but when I sent that receipt, I said, so basically, he got her a lift or something to his apartment. And so I was like, that's her address. And he's like, no, it wasn't. No, it ain't. Again, we're dealing with a manipulator and a habitual liar. That man will lie on a lie. That's how much he lies. And I'm one of them people. I don't like that. Like, I'm not that type of person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do that. So for you to be lying consistently That's crazy work. For real. I took my hat to whoever is in a relationship with that man, but just like I'm fucked up in the head, he gonna fuck somebody else up in the head. Matter of fact, she got 7 kids, so which I think she adopted. I don't think she really had them because she really looks like a transgender man to me. Transgender woman. Okay, I be forgetting sometimes, y'all, but I'm sorry. I love my LGBTQ community. I'm a part of that, y'all. See, doop 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 doop. So back in. So after having that experience, he also stole my identity. He stole my wallet out of my room. And he's going to tell this woman one other thing, but he didn't tell this woman he was trying to sleep with me recently. And I told him no. I told him no. Because we're not going, that's going back. That's going back. And I don't have time to be going back with people that are not right. So for you to lie to your daughters, you lied to me, just to take this woman out of town, that's sick. That's some sick stuff. And when I first met him, y'all, well, back up a little bit. I went to school with him, but we never talked. We never said even hi to each other in the hallway. So when I started in the mental health field in 2011, I was working at a residence, and he got a job there as well. I said, I know you from somewhere. And he was like, yeah, I don't know you, and walked off. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I ended up having a situation where I think I fell into a sunk pump at the job. And so then I was working in the office because I had to do like light duty. I couldn't like do no heavy duty or anything. And I just thank God that my pelvic didn't break, because that would have been crazy. And it really would have caused issues with having my daughter. So back to the story at hand. So I basically tell him, I say, well, you know, all of a sudden when he moves, like I'm starting to have pest issues. It's not because that I don't keep a clean house. It's because you did something before you moved out this house. Because he's spiteful like that. He's really spiteful. He's a stalker. He will stalk you, stalk your devices. He will like try to chime into stuff that, baby. And then because he want to spill my tea and tell this woman pillow talking, telling my business, guess what? I'm going to tell yours. He like his little honey touch, okay? On a consistent basis. Which, to me, signals you're bisexual. Which is okay if that's what you choose, you know? Everybody is entitled to choose what they like to choose. But what we're not going to do is continue to play with my daughter, gaslighting, and I just went and filed a restraining order because I couldn't take another minute of it. I was tired. This shit has been very draining, you know, and I'm like, why every time I break up or go through a divorce, the men are like bitter baby mamas? I don't understand that. Why do you want to be bitter against me? I didn't do nothing to you. Only thing I did was have your child for you. Your real child. Because again, y'all, he told me he had a fake daughter. I did not pay attention to that. I was like, oh, okay. He's like, my daughter got a game tonight. I probably should have said, oh, I want to go catch her game. Didn't gonna probably say, oh, it's canceled, you know. The way he lies is ridiculous. And then what really got me is the fact that he stole my daughter's keys to make a copy of the new keys, because when he moved out, I had changed the locks and stuff. I had my brother change the locks. But with him it's like, you know, it's like you tell him he can't do something, and then he start trying to like overtalk you and tell you what he can do. No, you can't continue to do this to my baby. Like, are we in court? Yes, we are. We're in court right now. So if we're in court, why would you like, now we have to go back to mediation, because I really don't feel like my daughter is safe around him and this woman. And due to that, I feel like he needs to have supervised visits with my daughter. And it won't be in my house, but it'll be like, you know, somewhere else. It's too much. It's too much to deal with. And he's a miserable soul. He's a miserable dark soul. And because of that, he tries to drag him. His name is Billy Hayes. I'll tell you his name. I don't care. The lady that he's messing with name is Pamela Jones. Um, he's calling my, now that I have the restraining order and I'm like done with the whole thing, I'm just focusing right now on my daughter healing and my healing. Okay. Because we have been through a lot, but my daughter sees no wrong, even if her daddy, you know, spazzed out like he did on Monday with his girlfriend and just pushing their way into the house. Now all of a sudden my daughter is like, whoa, that was a lot. And it was. I don't have time to continue to keep taking my daughter through the same thing. I don't want her to think that it's okay for people to gaslight you and make you feel a certain way about yourself. And not only that, but I also want to let people know that, like, if you see those red flags, don't ignore them. It's time to move on. And I think for a long time it was time for us to move on. We really shouldn't even had no vow renewal, which took place at our 6th year, because I had finished school or whatever. But I have literally been holding this man down. Y'all hear me? I built him up to where he is right now. And even before I left the job, I basically got him a job before I left. So I'm trying to be supportive. Then for this woman to be telling me I need to get a job, this is not your business, baby. How you gonna try to get up in somebody's marriage and then that's why you had several failed marriages. So you thought he just told you all this stuff, but you didn't think he told me nothing. And I really, the whole time I was trying to stay away from him, not be involved with him. You know, we do pick up and drop off at the front, but now he can't even do that because he can't control his emotions. But now he's calling all of my besties and like telling them like, and I'm sure they all need to just know that he's trying to record them or something along those lines. I have not told all of my besties everything. It's a few of them that I have already shared this information with. But it's just ongoing and it's consistent. I'm tired. I don't have to live my life like that anymore. So for me, it's like, if I looked at a video that Vin Diesel made the other day. It says, if someone loves you and cares about you, they're gonna respond to you in text, they're gonna text you, they're gonna call you, they're gonna be there for you. Now when you got a situation that the person does not want to be involved anymore, it is what it is. It's time to move around, baby. Like, for real, move around and see what you can see in this life. Because obviously, you know, I moved on. Not saying that I'm in a relationship or anything like that, but I've moved on. And like I told y'all, I'm a Taurus. We have mental funerals for people. Like, literally, like, you died, you no longer exist in our world. And again, I've been nothing but nice, and I try to continue to be nice to him, because I wanted him and my daughter to have a positive relationship. But when I seen that my daughter is put on the back burner for someone that you've been messing with for 7 years, yeah, that's a problem. So, like I said, I don't care about men cheating. I really don't. You can cheat all you want to, do what you want, do what you like. I don't care. But if you are messing with other people, you should let that person know so that they won't be invested in you. So when you see red flags, don't ignore them. They are there to guide you, to show you what you need to know. And like I said, my daughter has been going through so much, and this baby told me that for 6 months she has been feeling suicidal. I said the devil is a liar. This is the second child dealing with this man that had said they wanted to commit suicide. So that is when I knew. I should have knew when my oldest did that. He didn't just want to, and he didn't just have suicidal ideation. He actually attempted to kill himself, which he took a whole bottle of Tylenol. So when the Spirit of God kind of led me and was like, hey, go wake your son up to wash those dishes. I did that. And when I got there, he was sluggish. I was like, it's not like him when he wakes up. He's been my child all this time. So it's like, I never seen my son this sluggish. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff that goes on with that and comes into play. But at the end of the day, I'm not about to allow people to take me to my dark Neca. Because dark Neca is a bitch. And not only just is she a bitch, she's a crazy bitch. Okay? Let light Neca stay in the light, Caroline. Okay? But yeah, I mean, and then this lady's talking about some, oh, I don't talk to ugly people. I said, what? Is she serious right now? You look like a man, baby. You have to put on makeup. This lady literally has to put on makeup to make herself even look appealing, which is sad to me. I don't really have to do all of that because my skin is pretty, I'm flawless on the skin. A lot of people are jealous of my skin and stuff. Like, what do we do? Don't worry about all that. It's a secret in my family that we use to keep our skin beautiful. So anyway, like I said, if a man wants to be with another woman, let him go. Let him go. If a woman wants to be with another man, well, let him go. Don't try to stop people from doing what's the inevitable, as they say. I done messed that word on up, baby. Y'all, I ain't slow at nothing. I got a master's and a bachelor's. But yeah, it's like this man wants constant attention placed on him. I'm dealing with somebody who was in a foster system, so I guess he just adapted and fostered to her kids and said fuck his daughter. I can't stop people from doing that, and I won't try. But what I will do is make sure that my daughter gets the help that she needs to heal, because she has a lot going on. She's a beautiful young girl. She's 13. She is so beautiful, and I love her. She's intelligent. She's smart. My baby is the bomb.com. And she'll tell you about your stuff, but you better not tell me too much about myself. I told her, I don't care if he is 13. You can get these hands. Boom, 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 boom. But she's a beautiful soul, and I just don't want something like this to break my baby, because my baby is a beautiful soul. She's loving. Oh my goodness. When she talks to me, sometimes she be like, Mommy, maybe you should do this, this, and this. And I was like, you know what, baby? You're right. I should do that. But my February babies are amazing. They support me, and they're always there for me. Like, if I need them mentally, like, they'll be like, Mom, it's going to be okay. You'll be all right. and tell me things like that. So having supportive kids during this season of divorce too, because it's D2. Um, my first marriage, it ended within 6 years, but at the time, me and him didn't really get along at that time. It was real bad. It was a real bad situation to the point that I ended up have to not talk to him for like 10 years. And we always had a very good relationship, like as far as like laughing, joking, making fun of things or whatever. But he was constantly like trying to take me to court for stuff, and it was bitter. He was bitter. And so, like I said, I love my baby. That's the reason why I tried to stick in this thing. But I just saw after I was grieving from my godson, and this nigga came upstairs like punching the walls and acting like he was Incredible Hulk and talking about, do something, do something. I'm not going to say what I would do, but I'm going to need you to chill out, because that's way too much going on in one life, okay? But again, I salute the real bitches, not the fake bitches. Because this woman has moved us from 13th and Springfield. When he moved out, he moved to Cicero. She moved him there. So this is someone he's been dealing with for a while. He took her to Hawaii. He knew that was a vacation that I always wanted to do. So when he got the money back, and also what I started to see, that he was like jealous of me. Like if I go get some glasses, he'll be like, "Oh, I'm going to get these because these are good." I'm like, why is this man in competition with me? I wasn't understanding that. But that's when you know that you're dealing with a weak person, a weak-minded person, when they start trying to imitate you or do something that you're doing. Let it go. So, like last year, like I said, after he did that with the wall, I told him he has to fix my wall. And then in July, it was over between us because when he did that to my wall, I did something to his car. And then when I asked my brother to come and barbecue for me, he got offended by that and said I was trying to replace him, and he slashed my tire. So when he did that, I knew it was him. And then he goes into the ring system. Hey Terry, what up? What up? He went into the ring system, y'all. Went into the ring system and put a note and said, "Has anyone else tire got slashed this Memorial Day?" And I'm like, is this nigga cool? Like, I know you did that. You came in the house to start an argument with me while I was laying down. So you know what? I just was like, I know what this is. It's time for us to move on and move strong. Every time I attempted to do so, he will always try to, let's talk about this. There's nothing to fucking talk about no more. You have chosen who you want to be with, and go ahead and be with them. Me, on the other hand, I just let it around. I'm not about to sweat nobody. I'm not about to kiss up to nobody. I'm not doing none of that shit. It's either people gonna be with you or they not. And like Vin Diesel said, if a person really cares about you, they'll be present. So if a person is not present for you and you see that consistently, it is what it is. And don't let people just contact you when they feel like they want to be in your life. So, like I said, I had to file the order of protection, but I will be asking for supervised visits with the courts, because my baby, I can't continue to let him gaslight me, gaslight my baby, and make us feel some type of way. Clayton Biggs, found out my sister is pregnant. Wait a minute. Hold on now. Just found out my sister is pregnant. We are having a boy. I'm going to be the father for the first time. I'm so excited. Can you shout me out? Clayton, did you say you found out your sister is pregnant and having a boy? And you gonna be the father? What in the Mississippi River is going on there? I wasn't even ready for that one right there. That's some Mississippi shit right there. He gonna be the father of his sister child. Is this your real sister or your play sister? Yeah, I hope it's your play sister, not your real one. Cause if so, I don't know. Your baby might come out with a little arm or something. I don't know now. You don't play with that type of stuff. That's that down south shit that Granny used to talk about, baby. But yeah, I'm not shouting that out. I basically shouted out to ask you, did you say your sister is pregnant by you and it's a boy? That's some Beverly Hillbilly shit right there. I'm Ashley from Brooklyn, not anywhere in the South. And you sleep with your sister? Jesus, take the wheel and make a U-turn. I don't understand that at all. Even in New York, there should be a law against some shit like that. Thank you, Saren. I really appreciate it. I appreciate it. I am a beautiful soul. I can be very loving, very caring. I have the heart of gold, but I noticed that. Okay, Clay, at this point, you let it go, bro. That's nasty. I'm just gonna be real with you. That's nasty. To get your sister pregnant? Ew. Ew. I mean, I got brothers, and I would never dare to fuck one of my brothers and get pregnant by them. Make it make sense. Yeah, that's some weirdo activity right there. But I'm not judging anybody. That's what y'all do. That's y'all stuff. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But that's nasty. But anyway, like I was saying, I'm just gonna continue to make sure that I heal and make sure my daughter heal. But like I said, this man had been pillow talking, and then every email I would send him, she was responding for him. I'm like, what the fuck, is he a zombie or some shit right now? And she done took over his phone. It's weird. But anyway, nevertheless, I have no ill will towards anybody. But what I'm not gonna do is keep going back and forth with motherfuckers. I'm not gonna do it. It's not worth my time, my energy. I've been zapped since my daughter's birthday, which was on Thursday, and baby, we was partying for 2 days. I am tired. And she's like, I need to go to the store right here. Girl, I need to lay down because you're 13. I'm not 13 anymore. So, yeah, it's just that. But it is what it is. Clayton, let it go. Just let it go, baby. That's disgusting. If I ever seen disgusting, that's disgusting. But I love y'all, and make sure that you all are consistent. If you see red flags in a relationship, it equals toxic.com. And when things are toxic, people that are used to that type of mentality, like they stay stuck there. So like I said, I had to get an order of protection against him because, again, it's time for me and my baby to heal. He does need to stop trying to call my best friends to record them, because I know that's what he's doing, to try to record the relationship stuff or whatever the case may be. And then to say, I'm not with that lady. You are, because every time I emailed you, she's responding for you. So how are you not with this? You literally had to be next to this woman. Because things I was sending her, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, what? I'm not trying to sit here and be arguing over no fucking nigga. Like, fuck these niggas. If they not A1 day one, keep it moving, baby. I'm gonna be okay. Cause I'm gonna be alright. I'm gonna be alright. But as far as somebody like trying to punk me and all this other stuff, I ain't got time for that. And you wanna he gonna buy me a house. Good. I'm happy somebody's gonna buy you a house. You probably never had that before. So move on, baby. I don't care about you and his relationship that y'all had going for 7 years. I don't. It is what it is. And so with that being said, don't let these niggas or niggas play in your face. It's Black History Month. Power to the people. Straight like that, Ray Ray. And that's all I got to say. All right, I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to Neca's Real Talk from a Real Place. It's your girl, Neca. And I say love, peace, and just let your soul glow. Smooches, people.